Right, let's get started with the webinar. Hopefully people will turn up in a second. So today's webinar is knowledge management with Viva Topics. So we're going to show you the product and show you how you could use Viva Topics to manage expertise, people, knowledge within Microsoft 365. So just a bit about the agenda today. We'll discuss about knowledge management in Microsoft 365 is, what is Viva Topics and what the product is there to do, and then the functionality. So most of today's webinar is to show you the functionality of Viva Topics and what it can do. We'll go through creating a knowledge center. That is a requirement of a lot of knowledge management professionals, is to create a knowledge center, and then discuss the licensing, what's new and upcoming, and also any questions that you may have at the end. So who's a session for? Knowledge and general managers. You don't have to be a specific knowledge practitioner. You could work in a knowledge-led business, any type of professional services business like consultancy, lawyers, architects, any of those types of knowledge-led businesses. And it doesn't have to be all of these, it could be one of them. Distributed hybrid workforce. So the more distributed or hybrid, more spread out your users are, and that could be around the country or around the world, the better the business case for Viva Topics. And your business could have a lot of knowledge dependent on employees. So you could be charging out per day and selling the knowledge that the employees have, and you want to retain that knowledge when those employees leave. This is going to be a functional demo rather than the concept of knowledge management. So we're going to show you a bit about the functionality rather than sort of go into the detail of why you should be doing knowledge management. So current knowledge management in Microsoft 365, from a very technical diagram, is all about knowledge in SharePoint sites generally, and that's what Viva Topics is mostly about, being distributed across your organization, and that knowledge is sometimes kept in the old term silos. And what we want to do is, as an organization, is bring that knowledge out of those SharePoint sites and arrange it so that people can find, experts can find knowledge based on a particular topic. And a lot of knowledge management within Microsoft 365 is at the moment, it could be in document libraries, it could be with metadata. So you could be using term sets and the term store to categorize documents for knowledge management. But Viva Topics then adds that extra layer on top, and we'll show you what that layer consists of. So why Viva Topics? So some organizations, the business case for Viva Topics is looking at not being able to find knowledge, not knowing who is an expert, having those experts somewhere else in the business. When you get to a certain size of business, you don't know who everyone is. They could be in different offices, and you may not know what exactly their role is and what their expertise is. So that's what Viva Topics is there to help. And at the end of the day, it's about productivity. If you can find knowledge and expertise quicker, then your productivity as a business will increase. And we also search for content. We use Google a lot. Internally, we may use the SharePoint search or Bing search, and we want to save time by searching for that information. We've all been there trying to find a file about a particular topic and not being able to find it. Working smarter, so that Viva Topics enables you to do that. It enables you to get information around particular topics very quickly, and also to keep that knowledge and those files updated, so that you've always got the latest knowledge about a particular topic. And last point around onboarding new team members, it's very good for onboarding. Viva Topics is it's there to educate new users on projects, on acronyms, on particular services that you offer, and Viva Topics is very good at that. So what I'm going to do is head into a functionality demo and go through the functionality of Viva Topics and what it can do for your organization. So we'll switch screens for this. So what I've got here is a topic center on a demonstration server tenant, and this is a topic center. So with Viva Topics, you get to deploy a topic center, and you can deploy that into your organization, and it appears like this out of the box. What you may want to do though is change the name of it. A lot of people like to call it Knowledge Center. So what we'll do is head into the settings of Viva Topics, and you can see what the options are there. One thing you may notice once it's loaded is that you can't change the URL once you've created your topic center. I haven't tried deleting it. That might be an option, but just think carefully about what you call your topic center, because the site address or the URL will always stay the same. You can change the name of the topic center once you've created it, but obviously, yeah, the URL will not match. So let's just cover a few settings that you've got with Topics Experience. So a topic is a page within Viva Topics, and you can the Viva Topics will find your topics based on discovery. So it will go and discover all the content across your organization and come back with some topics that it thinks is relevant to you, which is called topic discovery. And you can have some certain settings here. So you can edit which SharePoint sources it looks at. So for instance, I can come in into the topic sources, and I can exclude certain sites. If I didn't want to have human resources as a site that was crawled by Viva Topics, I could exclude that. There's a few options as well. You can do on all sites, or you can exclude you could search on just selected sites. So you may have 5 sites that contain all your knowledge, and you could just search those and ignore everything else. So we can save that detail. You've also got the topic visibility, so who can see the topics in your organization. You may have a set of knowledge managers and users, consultants, and you may only want those knowledge managers and consultants to see the content within Viva Topics. So you can do that. So you can specify specific people, security groups, and set those up. You've also got the ability to have 2 levels of control over topics. So you can have the people who can create and edit topics. So that would be the editing of the pages. It would be being able to create a new topic as well, create a new topic page, and you can set those permissions. But you've also got the people that can see the topic center and manage the topics. So they're the ones that can see the suggested topics to you, and you can and they would particularly be your knowledge managers. Okay, so what we're going to do, go over to Topic Center now. When you come to a new Topic Center, you've got the kind of advice about what to do. So within Viva Topics, there's a lot of what we call crowdsourcing. So that could be on topics themselves, on files that are suggested. So you can see here that it's a suggested topic, and it's asking you if that information is correct. So you'll see that a lot on some of the topic cards that appear throughout Microsoft 365. So we can actually just close that, and that won't show again. And so in terms of a knowledge center, the out-of-the-box settings, you just get these suggested topics here, which are okay, but they're not particularly useful if you want to, have a knowledge center for all your users. So you can amend the page. So the standard SharePoint controls that you get for web part editing, you can change those. So you can add some information, and you can also create a topic directory. So if I wanted to create some more links to topics, I can just create some buttons. So if your topic directory isn't too big and you're only curating 30 or 40 topics, then you could create your own topic directory. And A to Z as well, you could do that using hyperlinks on the pages. So any heading that you create on a page has a hyperlink to it. So if I create a heading, if I were to then publish this, that would have a link to it. So I could create an A to Z down the page and have a directory of topics if I wanted to on this page as well. So I'll republish that. So that just gives you an idea that out of the box, there isn't really a place to go and see all topics, but you could create something if you wanted to. One of the jobs of a knowledge manager is to manage the topics. So within this page, you get some basic analytics. So you can see how many topics there are. And what you'll find is that when you turn topics on, it goes from 0, and it will take, depending on the amount of content you've got, it could take a few hours, it could take a few days. If you've got lots and lots of terabytes of data, it could take over a week. There's not really any control that we have over that. So just bear that in mind if you are deploying Viva Topics. Some topics will take a little bit of time to appear, and some may appear over time. But then we get a list of all the topics in the tenants that we might want to see. So a lot of these are suggested, and we can then confirm those topics, and they will then create pages. Once you've confirmed the page isn't published yet, so the page gets created as a SharePoint page, but no one can see that yet until you, as an author, go and publish that page. And there's some basic scores here. So there's topic scores based on the quality of the topic. There's organizational score as well, and impressions, so how many people are looking at these particular topic pages. So let's just pop into a topic page now. As you can see, this is what a card looks like for topics, and this is the information you get throughout Microsoft 365 to be able to see what resources and what people are linked to a topic, and what acronyms are there as well. So whenever a card pops up, you can always click on the view details, and it'll take you to the actual topic page. This is what it looks like. So there's a few bits of functionality here that I'll just point out. You've got the ability to do multilingual. That's a fairly new thing, and it's only for certain languages. So you've only got French, Spanish, and German. So you haven't got the full range that Microsoft 365 gives you. Once you have got a different page, you can then translate it. So here's one we've got that you can just go to the Spanish version, and there are some things it will translate automatically, but the rest you have to amend yourself. So we'll pop back into the English. And if we edit the page, you can see that there are certain things you can change, such as the name of the topic, the acronyms. So, and the reason we use acronyms is because they will appear in search. So if you were to use the DSI acronym in the search, this topic would appear. You can give it a short description. So if someone's reading the card, the topic card, they can see what that is. And there's a little bit of new functionality in the last 6 months or so. Topic types. So there's a number of topic types that you've got now that you can tag topics with, and this will then show at the top of the topic page, and it just gives you an idea of what that topic is. So it's either an initiative, it's a project, it's a company, organization, etc. Pin people. So you've got people that are pinned and suggested people. These are the people that are contributing to this topic. So they may have authored a file that has the topic title in it, and they're suggested, so you can actually confirm this person is one of the topic. You can go on topic champions, topic authors, and you can confirm them. So, for instance, if I was to want to know about a topic, I would naturally go and find Lee and talk to Lee about it because his name appears on the topic card. What I might also do is allow Lee and Isaiah to curate this topic. So I'd give them some training, show them what Viva Topics is, how to use it, give them some adoption training, and then allow them to curate this topic so that it's not being done by a central team. It's again being more crowdsourced throughout the organization. Secondly, I've got some pinned files and pages, so some files that are suggested throughout your company get mentioned, and you can see how many times they're mentioned, and you can pin these. So these suggested files are shown to people that can see those if you've got the right permissions, but the pinned ones are shown to everyone else in the organization. So these are the files that say, right, this is the latest file about the Digital Services Initiative. So these people, the pinned people, should be making sure that this list of files is up to date. And one thing they've added recently is the ability to add a link. So you could add external websites, external resources as well. Moving further down the page, we've got pinned sites. So there might be a Digital Services Initiative site that you want to pin, and you could do that. And then we have related topics. So this gets worked out automatically. It will give you a load of suggested relationships, and then the job of the topic champion or the knowledge manager is to confirm these relationships. Or I can add our own. So I can come in here and add a related topic. And I can navigate around those topics as well. At the bottom of the page is some comments that are standard across all SharePoint pages. So when I finish that page, I'm going to republish it. So that is a standard topic page. As with the main topic center homepage, you do have the ability to add content in. So I do know that one of our customers that we've deployed Viva Topics for added a lot of documents. So rather than the documents being suggested and pinned, they actually added a document library into the page. And you can use any content. So that could be a list of training material, a list of templates. So you can augment what is here on a topic page by just using the standard SharePoint functionality. You can't get rid of any of the Viva topic content. So these web parts that you see above and below can't be changed and can't be removed. The only thing you can do is change the middle of the page and add in further sections and add in columns and web parts. So what I wanted to give you an idea of now is how you now see, once you've set up your topics and you've created a list of topics, where do you see those in Microsoft 365 and what the functionality is? So that's really the benefit of having and deploying Viva Topics is your users finding that content and finding the information they need. So the most obvious place is within SharePoint. So if you've got an intranet with a lot of content in it, Viva Topics, if it's turned on for the users that are viewing the intranet, the terms will automatically be tagged. And they've changed how that looks a little bit to make it a bit obvious, but this is what a Viva topic looks like. And when I hover over it, the card appears and I can see what it is. It's an initiative. I can go to more details, but I get to see the alternative names, the brief description, who I should contact about that, and they've got a little tick by them if they've been pinned, and the resources that are there. And with, as I mentioned earlier, with a lot of Viva topics, you can actually see whether the content is, or that it will ask you whether the content's relevant. So I can say, yes, it's relevant, or no, it wasn't. This has actually been automatically tagged. One thing you'll find is you don't have any control over the automatic tagging. So in some instances, something you want to be tagged won't be. There's not much you can do about that. In particular text, you can add your own Viva topic cards in. So if I put a hashtag and then start typing, it will show me the Viva topics. Now the difference is that you can see here, once I republish it, it's got a hashtag before it. So you can see which ones have been added to the page and which ones have been automatically added to the page by Viva Topics. So that's some functionality in this particular tenant. The demo tenant's a little bit behind what's been released. So what I'm going to do is switch to our own tenant, which you can see here. So you can see that this is our own knowledge management tenant, our own tenant for ThinkShare. And I'm going to just run through some functionality. So for instance, if I was to search for Viva Topics in the standard SharePoint search bar, let's try that again on a different site. What we can see here within the search results is a topic card. So this has actually appeared from the search. So this is one place where knowledge will start to appear for your users. So if you're finding, searching for something, then you can quickly see the cards that are appearing. We've also got the ability to, within Bing as well. So if you're using Bing, which some of you may not be using, and you've got the work options here, you can search, if you've connected it up, Bing will search your tenant and you can see the topic cards here. So that will take me through to the topic card in the Knowledge Center. So that's two places that within search, you've either got the SharePoint search or you've got the Bing search to be able to then see the topic cards. Within Teams as well, so you've also got the ability to have topic cards within Teams, and this is a little bit of a new bit of functionality. So if I share that with you, you can see that if I do a hashtag, I can see all the topics that appear. So if I wanted to find Viva Topics or Microsoft Viva, which are a topic page within our tenant, I can mention those. Once I've posted them and I hover over them and click on them, a little card appears with information about that topic, and I can then go and view that topic. So within Teams, that is the functionality that you get as part of Viva Topics. You get the ability to mention topics to someone. So if you, for instance, if you were telling someone about a project, you could mention the project page and they could go and view that topic. Within the Office suite, so the Office suite has a search, and I have the ability to search the Office suite, and I can do that from the top bar here. So if I was to search for Viva Topics, unfortunately the topic cards don't show in these particular results for some reason. But if I click on more search results, the topic cards appear here. So that's throughout the whole Excel, PowerPoint, Word, and clicking on one of those topic cards will take you off to the actual page for the topic. And lastly, in email. So if I open a new email, just do that and then share it with you, rather than show you all my email. So we've got a new email in Outlook for the web. Now, unfortunately, it's not been implemented in Outlook client yet for some reason, and I have tried it in the new Outlook client, which is essentially a web app, but that doesn't work either. So Outlook for the web, you've got the ability to mention topics within an email, the same functionality as in Teams. So I can come in here and mention the Power Platform, send that email, someone will be able to hover over that and see with you in your organization and see the card that's available for that. So that should give you an idea of the functionality that's available. Like I say, this is more of a functional demo rather than the reasons behind why you would use Viva Topics. But hopefully that's given you an idea of what it can do, because that really is part of a project. That is what you want to know, is what can Viva Topics do for you as an organization? Where does it show that information? So we'll head back to the slides now and just go through what's new and upcoming. So what I wanted to give you an idea of is kind of the investment that Microsoft have put into Viva Topics. So I did show you a few things that have just been released or released within the last 6 months. So the multilingual wasn't there on launch. So that's been added, obviously, for customers that aren't English speakers. That is important. Or if you're a multinational corporation that speaks the 4 other languages that are available at the moment, that could be important to you. Topic types, I think that's useful, because saying a topic as a project or saying it as a customer is very useful to see on a topic card. And pinning external links just stops us having to do a bit more work of creating a list of external links. Coming soon. So what is coming soon to Viva Topics? Topics in Yammer. Now, if you view the launch of Viva Topics, which was probably 2 years ago now, they had topics in Yammer as part of the launch, but it's not been released yet, so it's still being worked on. It's slated for coming out, I think it's in Q2 of this year, so it should be out soon. And I think that will give us a very good, another good use case for sourcing knowledge from across your organization, because that's what Yammer does at the moment. You can find people and content across your organization that they don't necessarily know who has that expertise. So adding the topics functionality, or the link topics functionality, because Yammer already has topics, but linking those topics to topic pages will be a very good bit of functionality to come. Displaying topics on people's cards. So whenever you hover over someone within Microsoft 365, you see who they are, their contact details. In the future, you will see what topics they have been added to. So again, that would be a really useful bit of functionality. And one bit of functionality that looks quite good, but has a few caveats, is answers in Viva Topics, which looks like this. So this is from the kind of the press release of what's coming. So answers is actually, they've added it as part of the Viva Engage product set, but you can actually see here where it says Pets Office COVID 2022, they are topics from what I understand at the moment. So answers will be answers and questions, and you'll be able to link those to topics, and these will show on the topic pages. So you can see there's trending topics on the right hand side. So that will all link together. So you should be able to go to a topic and see the top questions for that topic and see what people have been asking, see the responses as well. So again, this knowledge is being built up within the business. People are answering questions. You're getting best answers to certain questions, and you can see those on the topic cards. One caveat with this is the licensing, so we'll cover that in a second. Is slightly different than some of the Viva licensing that's come out so far. So licensing options. If you just want to use Viva Topics, all the functionality that you've just seen that's out at the moment is available in the Microsoft Viva Topics license, £3 per user per month, RRP. And you purchase that for the users, and they can then use Viva Topics. If you purchase the Viva Suite, which has Viva Goals in it as well, and some of the higher functionality of Viva Insights, as well as Viva Topics, you can buy all that, and Viva Learning. You can buy all that for £6.80 per user per month. So again, that's where you've got more of a business case across the whole Viva Engage, across the Viva Suite and across the employee engagement product set. But there is one exception to this. So the functionality I showed you, which was the Viva Engage Answers, even though it will be heavily leaning towards the topics, it won't come as part of the topic license. So the information I've seen so far is saying that you'll have to buy the Microsoft Viva Suite license to get that functionality. So even if you buy the Microsoft Viva Topics license, you won't get that answers functionality within the Engage product. So that's just something to bear in mind, that there obviously are, Microsoft are making more features premium to do some upsell on the licenses. And then just some takeaways on what we've been discussing today. The reason for purchasing and deploying Viva Topics is to retain company knowledge. That's from people coming and going, or moving on from projects, or just working off the latest set of knowledge. I've shown you some of the functionality that shows throughout Microsoft 365. So the cards are showing in more places, and I think with Yammer coming along and the eventual incorporation into Outlook desktop clients, you will see some, it will have more of a use for customers to find that knowledge. But you are finding it in places now with search, with Bing, with Office search, where you can get at that knowledge, so that it is sort of embedded across the Microsoft 365 suite. You can customize it slightly. There's no kind of code customization, but you can add on web parts, content onto the Knowledge Center or onto the topic pages to extend that slightly. It's perfect for professional service type businesses, so lawyers, project-based businesses where you're accountancy, auditing, running projects internationally. Viva Topics is really good for that. It's great for onboarding. So embedding training of Viva Topics in the onboarding process, it gives a really good experience for someone coming to the business to be given the shown where to self-learn about the content. So you can go into a topic page and find that information. Right, and that is it for today. So we'll take any questions. We'll just leave it open for a couple of minutes, see if any questions come through. So feel free to ask anything about Viva Topics or anything in the Viva Suite in general, if you've got any questions that haven't been covered today. And those are our contact details. So thanks to everyone for joining. If you do have any questions, please put them in the Q&A. But just like to say thanks for spending time with us. If you do have any further questions that we haven't covered, or would like to discuss any work that you may have now or in the future, please get in touch with us. Those are our contact details. There's further information on the website as well.